This is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here planning for the week of April 13th through the 19th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. And for this week, I'm also using a kit from B&R Paper Crafts. This one's called Voice Keeper, and it's definitely Little Mermaid themed, but kind of make it more about Ursula. But I kind of used this kit before, so I've kind of left like the more fashion items for this particular usage, but I think it's going to turn out really cute. So I have 6 full boxes here. 2 more full boxes and a set of headers, some functional stuff, more functional stuff, icons, and 1 more full box, glittery boxes, and non-glittery boxes. These colors are a little unusual, but definitely give me April vibes, so I'm excited for that as well. So to get started, my plan is to use these guys up at the top. They're a little wider than standard headers, I believe. It's close, but I think they're maybe a hair wider. Either way, I'm using those up at the top. And then I have this one for the bottom set of headers. And then I am going to pull out the weekend banner. The dates don't work for what I have available. So I did pull in some extra things to help us out a little bit. So what I have in the way of extras. 1 more set of glitter headers. These are from La La Land from quite a while ago. They don't exactly match the gray, but I think they're gonna work pretty well with this kit still, so I'm gonna use those. And then I have these Sadie Stickers header covers that are bows in turquoise. I'm not sure if you can see that super well, but I'm gonna put those as overlays on these to use as my middle set of headers. I did also pull out this rose colored days sampler, also in turquoise. It's not an exact match on the color foiling, but I think it's still going to go really well. I'm going to use these for my date dots. I'm not sure if I'm going to use any of these other bits here. And then I did pull out a wiggle from Scribble Prints Co. in silver, which I have used before, but I'm going to use a little bit more of it this time. I am going to use 1 set of the bottom washi. I don't think it's going to be a problem that these bows aren't all going to match. I think the vibes are going to fit okay. I am going to use a set of the date covers. And then I don't know what of these I'm going to pull in. We'll see when we get there. And then I did pull out 2 Scribble Prints, or Simply Gilded washies here. This one is purple with purple bows. And then this one is like green, blue, purple ombre with silver bows. I think my plan is to use this one as my other bottom washi. So I'm going to do all of this. It's going to take me a bit, but I'm going to do all of this and then I will be back so that we can do the interesting bits. Okay, here's where we're at so far. It's looking pretty foiled and cute. I really enjoy it. So I think it's doing pretty well. It's been a long time since I put a weekend banner up at the top, but I'm gonna roll with it. I think it'll be fun. For the next step, I've got full boxes. I have 1 here, 2 more here, and then I have 6 over here. So I think the obvious pair is these 2 go together. I think that's pretty obvious. I think these 2 go together. In my mind, these 2 go together as well, which leaves these 3 as kind of the like oddballs, as it were. So I'm going to stick this as my quote box, and I'm actually going to put it up a little high here. There we go. We'll sort that out when we get there. I'm going to use the silver hair as my center box right here. That was really close. I just almost stuck it down to things I did not want to stick it to. All right, there we go. And then how do I want to divide the rest of these? I think I'm gonna stick these guys in next. There we go. Not sure that's perfectly straight, but usually trying to pull it back up and fix it makes it worse. So I'm just gonna leave it. Maybe the necklaces next. Here's one. Here's the other one on this side. I also can't guarantee that any of these headers are straight, which is, of course, making this all more complicated as well. We just have to hope for the best, I think. Once the spread is finished, usually, I feel like it comes out. This page is done. Pretty good. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll get there. Okay. That's looking pretty cute. Moving on to the sidebar. The reason I move this up is I want to just give myself a little extra space. But first off, I'm going to stick this up here just to add a little extra shininess. And then we're going to start working our way down. So I don't believe that I have a habit tracker left. No. Okay. Totally fine. So moving on here, if I can pull this up successfully and get rid of the scrippy scrap. There we go. A little is stuck to my finger. All right. I think we'll be able to get there. Stick this in first, and then I have one more cover here as well. So that can go together. All right, that looks cute. When I look at headers that are left in this kit, I don't think they're super helpful to me. I have work, cleaning, family, remember, and spending. Okay, first up, I'm gonna select one of these Sarah Elizabeth Prince habit trackers. I feel like this purple kind of goes the best. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use this purple here. So I'm gonna stick this one in like so. And then this is gonna be for socials. So I did pull out this because I don't think none of these meals to do, don't forget. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna use the socials option. And I'm gonna pull in one of these Piper Paper Company little Instagram icons. I think I'll use this turquoise one. If I can get it to pick up. There we go. All right, pretty cute. After this, I think I want another divider of some sort. Maybe we'll just use one of these gray ones here. There we go. And then I think I'm gonna stick a remember down like so. And then I have one checklist, that's 7 long. So I'm going to use this for my meal tracker. There we go. And then after that, I think another one of these guys. I feel like it's better to use these wider ones now because they won't fit in the daily columns as well. Trying to pull up just this little extra bit. I don't love that these are right next to each other. All right, I'm gonna put one of these, if I can get that straight, that would be delightful. And then I'm gonna put this one down like so. And then I had one full box left, which I'm also going to stick in right here, like so. And then there's just this little bit down here at the bottom, which I think I'm gonna put in this little purple strip. All right, that actually is looking pretty good, I think. Moving on to the daily plans. Obviously, work is kind of the big thing there. So I think I'm going to use these guys for the work ones this time. I think that might work out the best. I'm just going to put these in a semi-random order. Here's that one, maybe a burgundy. There we go. And then we'll fill in some more when we get there. On the other side, I do need some sort of work thing. Maybe we'll use these Piper Paper Company tiny laptop decos. These are pretty cute, and I think they go. I have a scrippy scrap on my finger. Okay. It's really gonna annoy me. All right. Oh, they fit like perfectly too. Great. I'm just gonna stick these in. I hate it when they try to run away like that. If you notice, while I was trying to put the date dots down, I had the 17 run away and I literally couldn't find it anywhere. And then stick a couple in my hand, save those for later. Also on Monday, do I have any icons left that are actually helpful? Where even is the, okay, this one's the icon page. I have a laptop, I have a YouTube. I think we'll go with that. Okay. So Monday, my plan with me goes up as it does most Mondays. This guy is just trying to run away. Go back over here. I think I'm gonna stick the little YouTube icon up there. All right, the plan with me is going up. Otherwise, I'm not sure what's happening on Monday. Tuesday, I've got nothing planned. We're at the not a lot going on time of year. Same with Wednesday. So then if we move on to the second half of the week, first off, we can stick down a couple of these guys for work. There we go. Stick down these little laptops before I lose them. Thursday, I might have curling. I believe, yes. It's going to be playoffs. So I do want to make like a little bit bigger a box maybe for that one. I'm going to put it down here. Like so. And then I did pull out, I barely used them at all this season, these Prairie Planner curling guys. I think the blue will actually fit into this spread, even though it's not technically a color in the spread. So I'm actually going to use them because I have not had a lot of opportunities. So that looks really cute. And then Friday, I will have a video going up. I believe it's going to be my May Aura Estelle setup will be what comes up this week. By the time you see this video, you're already gonna know. So watch it, whatever it was. But hopefully you enjoy it. And I'm excited to start getting May set up. So there's that. And then over the weekend, this is gonna be the 48-hour readathon hosted by Covers with Cassidy and Friends. I don't know if I'm participating, so we're gonna just hold off on setting anything up there for that. But I think this is where we're at so far with the pre-planning. I think it's looking pretty cute. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here's the finished spread. I'll give it a little wiggle and a twerk. I think I used this kit really well. I don't have too much left now. So let's go through what is left. I have the bag to put the rest of the kit in. I didn't end up using more of this rose colored days sampler for the date dots, but that's fine. I have some bits of the wiggle left. I have a few icons, some little bits and pieces of a couple other pages here. And then I have obviously habit trackers left. I have the headers. I have the Sadie stickers, other set here. One set of date covers. And then I finished this page from the kit, this page from La La Land. Ooh, my lamp just tried to fall down. This page from the wiggle, and then this page from the kit. So used up a good amount of stuff, I feel like, to be able to throw whatever is left into my stash again. If I can get it to go into these little sleeves would be delightful. This stuff will probably be put in my leftovers, ultimately not in altogether, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's all ready. And then during the week, I think it turned out pretty well. All this foil from Scribble Prints Co., the bottom washi from Simply Gilded, I really like how that turned out. I did pull in a few things from various places. This guy and these guys from Piper Paper Company or Jessica Erin Designs. This Laundry Day from Sarah Elizabeth Prints. More scribble stuff. This little guy from Courses Creations. This one from the Prairie Planner. Piper Paper Company. Sweet Ava's Paper. And I think that's it. But so I did pull in a few things and I think it turned out really cute. This week was definitely a lot of ups and downs. Some really rough work days, but overall pretty good. So I think that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me some sort of shell emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads, bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.